Hi, welcome to the show. Welcome back to Rolling Reckless, the live play D&D podcast. I don't even remember when the last time we played was. Like 5 years ago. It's Matt, Eads, me, the DM, joined by Oliver, who's not here, I guess. Amber.
Hi.
Kevin.
Hey.
Paula.
Hello.
And JR. Oliver is here, but he doesn't actually fit in our camera shot. I'll see if I can smoosh him in. We got the home game going.
I'm off camera right now.
Yeah,
No, he
you're also
just doesn't want to be on camera.
you're also off mic right now too. Oops. There he is. We're just getting things kind of, for first game on the home setup again, which, boy, what a Herculean effort from everyone here. Looks like I moved our overlay.
I'm waiting for entrance music. I'm waiting for glass to break. Then I'll make my entrance.
Oh yeah, because you're not here. That's right. Well, Holden's not here.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll do the recap here. Feel free to, so because we are have been so stop and start lately, I'll read the recap, and then if anyone needs any clarification or reminding about things that have happened, because we've been like 4 weeks apart sometimes, if not more. So feel free to, once I finish the recap here, which as usual is pretty short and succinct, feel free to ask me any questions about any of this campaign, because we've been going for coming up close to a year, I think, on this podcast.
Wow.
And we've had some long breaks
It has
between.
been.
So yeah.
I sent that picture when the frame came up and we started.
What?
Sorry. I sent that picture when the frame came up and we started our actual stream, didn't it? That was 1 year.
I think we were playing before the frame was up, because in that picture we have mics on the table. So I remember we all had mic arms for a while.
In that picture was the picture of Faerun.
Yeah,
Where
but
I
we
think we were explaining.
we had frame up and mic arms on, so that might not have even been the first week.
Maybe. Oh yeah, right.
All right, I'm gonna read our recap here. Let's try really hard to watch our table noise, because we just got 6 open mics on table. So every time anybody touches a table or anything, we're gonna get a boom. Here we go. Syndicate. When last we were gathered, you found yourselves lost in the Underdark. The last several times we've gathered, you found yourselves lost in the Underdark, trying to find your way to the city of Menzo Baranzan. You've enlisted the help of some of the Kultau, the fish people native to the Dark Lake. You aided them in Slublada, finding and fighting the High Priestess' daughter, Bibble, who had been raising strange shrines and summoning the undead from the Grey Waters. During the battle, Dread revealed himself once more, and though you were able to close the portal, Holden was trapped inside, seemingly lost to the waters of death. The Kultau held up their end of the bargain, and have begun leading you to Mantol Derith, a small trade hub where hopefully you can find passage to Menzo Baranzan. On the trip, you encountered some Durgar slavers, and you managed to purchase an elven slave, as she silently asked for help, mouthing for help. And though she seemed reluctant to speak, Loop learned her name was Valera. And though she doesn't have much to her name, she did say she had a small stash of coin near Mantol Derith, and she offered to repay you. As you progressed, you came across what seemed to be an abandoned temple to the drow goddess Lolth, where you were met by another elf, Imril, who claimed to be studying the ruins and the strange fungus within. He told you briefly of Lolth's silence and her supposed death centuries ago, and of the Oromykos, the massive interconnected fungus that makes up many of the mushrooms and massive fungi structures you've seen. Following him down to the basement of the temple, Loop was able to very briefly commune with the Oromykos, receiving a single word of warning before the Mind Flayer waiting down there was able to spring its trap. You defeated the Mind Flayer, killing Imril in the process, forcing it to use its magic to escape. And that is where we pick up. In the... Oh, sorry, wrong playlist. In the ruined temple ruins, I guess. Before we get rolling, does anyone need reminding or clarification or any questions about any of this? Because it really has only been... it's been much longer in real life than it has been session to session in game time.
Sorry,
Good.
what was the elven slave's name?
Her name was Valera.
Valera. And she's still with us?
Yes.
We didn't give her to anybody, did we?
No.
Okay, and so we defeated the Mind Flayer. So did we check the body?
There was no Mind Flayer body. It used some kind of a spell, and the plane shifted away.
We searched the other elf's body, right? The one that was possessed?
Yeah. Yes, searched Imaril's body and found nothing other than the small knife and his very threadbare leather armors that he was wearing.
Do I still have talk with plants? Because I believe I was talking to the mushrooms at some point.
I think Loop wasn't he? Wasn't Loop the one who?
I think I was with Bryn asking questions, I think. And then
I think, I think it was the staff.
Was it? Because I remember there was
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you use the staff earlier in the day though, and were worried about the charges? Because I thought Loop cast it for some reason.
No, I think it was me,
I don't
but I
appear to
think
have it prepared today, so unless we had a rest, then
Which I
don't remember if we
did
had a
you have
rest.
I don't think you did have a rest.
No. So yeah, I think it was Bryn
Yeah. Okay.
who communicated.
How long does it last? It might still be active.
It doesn't actually.
Is it
say. I'll
concentration
have to
also?
search.
Let's see. Now they're on the computer. We can search
I
stuff
don't have
real
the actual
fast.
spell.
Within 30 feet of you. You imbue plants within 30 feet of you. So the plants are the imbued, not you. Giving them the ability to
Or speak
communicate with you.
plants?
Yeah. You imbue
Oh.
plants within 30 feet of you within limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. Can question plants question plants events in the spell's area within the past day, getting information, yada 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 yada.
So no time.
10 minutes. It lasts for 10 minutes, so I'd say it's still active. Yes. In the area of the basement. Remember, one wall of the basement seemed to be particularly covered in many of these smaller, the kind of luminescent mushrooms that you guys had been seeing, where it seemed to almost light up or not in response to your questions.
Right. Okay. Don't remember the questions I asked it, but do you guys have any questions, team? For the mushrooms? I can't remember what our line of questioning was, but probably
I think
along
we
the
asked
line.
it if it knew any way out of the Underdark, and it didn't.
Oh yeah.
We also asked it about Olden, and then that's when we finished last session, I think. And we found out he was underground somewhere.
Naked.
Oh yeah, naked. He's definitely naked
Oh.
somewhere underground.
You
Yeah, because didn't I have a vision?
yes,
Lightning
you
Falcon's pubic hair.
something about pubic hair. You recognized
Oh,
you had been kind of seeing visions of it throughout the session, and you recognized the tomb of Regis's lair, not lair.
Yeah. Which is his tomb. And then there was, naked Holden. I don't know what that means, but he may be dead.
And our
Well-
escort is still around here somewhere, isn't he? Lippo?
I don't even remember their names at this point. Blupo and Nebel, they did not come into the basement. Whether they are still unless any of you are outside, which I think you're all downstairs in the basement. You're not sure. You would assume they're still there.
Should we move on then?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
unless
like,
I don't
uh,
know.
unless we have anything else we can think of to ask the plants, but I think we're probably good to head out. This place seems, we should probably burn this place to the ground just to like purge it and start fresh and forget about these mind flayers and this plant and
This guy
What
that
about the
betrayed
mushrooms?
us.
It's
I'm
like
gonna
a whole
start burning
underground
the
system.
house down.
Okay, it is a like stone temple / church.
Is there
what do
wood
you?
pieces to it?
Yeah, you can start gathering up bits of debris and things that look vaguely flammable if you want.
Yeah.
Chunks
what was
of
the
fungus.
church? What was the name of the god up for the church? Lol.
Lolth.
Church of Lol.
Yeah,
Lolth.
Lolth. Immeril told you it was Lolth.
Okay.
Lolf.
Lol.
I mean,
Of bread.
do you really want to burn down a church that belongs to another god? I don't know. Okay.
I mean,
There's
it's
only
an
one real
evil
god.
god. The person who is worshiping this god tried to kill us.
Right?
Wasn't that the mind flare? Was the
mean,
mind
like-
flare?
Out of all the churches we burned down, this is probably the easiest one.
I mean, yeah, I
No
guess
one here
hey,
to
we've burned
stop
down more
us.
than one. Sure, go for it. I'm gonna wait outside while you do this.
All right, well, I don't have anything to start it, so good luck, Turmeric. I'm going to go wait with Bryn.
Sure.
I'll take Valera with me.
As you guys head back outside, you can see Nibble and Blupo are still there, hiding behind two of the bigger pieces of fungus. This whole piece of land that you encountered seeming to be made of this mushroom. But you can see them. They poke one big eye out from behind the mushroom and see who's coming out, and very sheepishly, almost like a cockroach caught in the light, kind of scurry their way out. Turmeric, you were making a pile of burnables. Easy enough. It's a big stone church, but like you've got a pretty good size. You can make a fire in this church, whether it's gonna burn to the ground. You don't really. I mean, you probably think it might actually.
Well, it'll give us light at least.
What is Arignani doing? Arignani's upstairs.
So, what do we think that because you had a vision, Bryn, about Holden, so does that mean that he's alive somewhere, or what do you
I
think it
he
means?
was- if I recall, I think he was curled up in Regis's tomb, but I couldn't tell if he was breathing or not. I can't remember.
think
Did we ask the
Regis
mushroom
has
if he was alive? We
You-
didn't, I don't think.
You did. I think you asked if Holden was alive, and the vision was what you got in response.
Okay. So yes, I'm not too sure I saw him breathing. So I don't know if that means we should go back to Regis's lair, or if that's just a sign. I mean, he's laying in a tomb.
You think Regis found him in that other world?
I don't know, because I have a bad feeling about Regis as well. Like, I'm not sure if Regis is alive anymore. I couldn't see him in when I went to the river, and that's where we were supposed to be able to communicate. And he even left a part of himself there. So I don't know. It's just odd that he wouldn't be there. I'm a little worried about him too.
Probably because he
But-
took Holden's body. who knows what he's doing with it. Now.
I mean, maybe. He has way more powers than I do. I'm like, maybe he could, like, store Holden for us somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think like the next thing we should do is head to that place that we're supposed to.
Menzo
Mm.
Branth.
And so
No, they're taking us to another place,
Mantol
I think.
Derith.
Mantol
Thank you.
Derith. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Man called Derith.
Goodness. Yeah. So once this church is done burning down, I think we can get our guides here to. I mean, are you gonna watch it
I'm on
burn
it.
to ashes, or
Well, it's up to you.
I think it might
I mean,
attract
you're the one burning
want
it
a
down?
show or
people.
I'm good.
you just want to go?
I mean, this is your parade. I don't know what's going on.
It's really simple. I start a fire, and the whole thing blaze.
Why didn't you just turn the church into like Rodney's church? Because I mean, like Rodney needs to like spread the word, and like, why didn't you like build a statue for him or something, and like make it a good place to worship?
That's really good thinking.
As he's like
I like
moving
that
these
idea too.
big pieces of fungus into place, and has his flint and tinder out and is flicking sparks onto them.
Sound of cricket.
Anything else as this bundle of combustibles you've been able to gather starts to very slowly kind of smolder and burn?
Quick question. What? Sorry. What happened to Valera? Is she alive?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Is she?
She's outside, sheepishly looking at
Is
the
she-
Kuotao. All right.
Right.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna head to Blupo and Nubel and get. We were in a boat still, right?
You had
No, we were walking.
you had made landfall. Yeah, you were walking.
And we had to walk through this portion.
From what
Yeah.
you remember.
I was carrying the boat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I'll just wait for the guides for turmeric to be done.
Sure. As this very thick and rank and almost damp smoke starts to slowly and almost lazily make its way out the massive, tall doors of the temple, turmeric follows shortly behind.
Okay, well, should we get going?
Blupo.
Onward ho.
You can hear his little feet slapping as he kind of walks up to the front of the group. Are you ready?
I think so.
He starts making his way on the wet, damp fungus ground below, leading you further into the darkness, into what very much seems to be a cave, tight and narrow, and feeling almost restricted and claustrophobic compared to the massive open spaces of the Dark Lake that you've been primarily exploring. How would you like to proceed? If anyone wants to be stealthy, stealth it up. If anybody wants to keep watch, you'll know what to do.
I'm gonna fire up a torch and just kind of keep an eye out for whatever I can see.
Sure.
I'll proceed stealthily.
I'm gonna. Me too. I'll roll for stealth.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Everybody's proceeding stealthily. In the light of
10 for me.
It is made harder by Loop having a exposed light.
Late.
Well,
Is that
I'll scout ahead of
disadvantage?
everyone.
Okay. It would not be a disadvantage unless there's some effect I don't know about. Bryn, you rolled 10?
10.
Turmeric?
15.
17.
Okay. Loop?
Me and the Kuotao are probably going to be up in front of everyone,
Okay.
kind of diverting the attention away from the group of them.
Okay. They will stealth as well.
Luke, can you see in the dark? You can't, right?
Nope, absolutely not.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, Luke, as you are ahead of the pack. Your torch up, looking side to side.
Ooh, halfling luck. 18.
18, okay. You notice the cave that you're in seems to be, at first, very gently sloping upwards. But it seems to be getting a little more steep as you follow your two Kuotao guides. You also notice a slight trickle of water, an even damper area in kind of the center of this cave, which grows as you proceed. This trickle of water becomes a little bit more than a trickle, not enough to make it difficult to walk against. But after about 45 minutes or so, there is about, even on a U-loop, it's only about up to your ankles, but there is a little bit of this. It's not waste, but it has kind of a fetid, almost like a swamp smell to it.
Great.
18. And as you're walking through, kind of carefully picking your steps as your feet are starting to kind of squelch into mud below, you can see these glistening, you're not really sure what they are. They look like little, almost icicles hanging above, though it's far too warm. These glistening, you're not sure, things hanging from the top of the chamber.
Can I try to stretch out as tall as I can and get the torchlight a little bit closer so I can maybe see what they are?
Sure.
All extra, probably 3 inches of reach that I have at my absolute stretchiest.
Sure. The cave you're in is about 8 feet tall at its highest. And as you lift your torch up, they seem to be, they are translucent, whatever they are, and each one only a few inches long. And as you're watching, a drop of, you're not sure, some kind of a liquid seems to fall off of one.
Can I try to catch it in my hand as it drops off?
Sure. Yeah. As you do, it burns as some kind of acid or some caustic substance hits the palm of your hand. You take a point of damage.
All right. I'm going to loudly and to no one in particular announce, these things leak out acid.
As you say it, Blupo, who's guiding you, turns around and goes, "Arr," and you can see he has to kind of turn sideways to get his one big fish eye looking up at the roof. And he grumbles something in his strange bubbling language. He goes, don't touch. As he starts making his way away.
Okay, and I'll try to keep an eye out and snake around these things wherever I can, as much as I can.
Okay. As you are watching up, keeping an eye on them, you notice that as you pass under them, some of them seem to almost droop towards you. And everywhere you move, they kind of mimic that, and they almost seeming to follow you as you are kind of moving around under whatever these are.
I think we should maybe pick up the pace if we can, and I'll try to start going a little faster.
Okay. Those of you in the group behind, what are you doing? Do you have any lights with your?
No, but do I
following
notice do the transparent
Luke's lights.
Yeah, are they following Loop's light?
They, from where you are, you can't even see them. They're too small.
Okay.
Can we hear Luke talk
Yeah, you can hear him calling back.
or say that stuff?
Yep.
When he says pick up
Luke,
the
do you
pace,
think
I'm
I'm-
just gonna start running.
Okay. Sure. As Turmeric just Starts running past everyone else.
I'll pick up Loop on the way there.
Okay. So,
God damn, turmeric. Oh well, okay, yeah. I guess
Inner Blupo behind
my own
is like,
fault.
wait. As you run ahead.
It's my own fault, really.
Yeah. Turmeric, go ahead and roll me a. I'm gonna say call this a dex save, I guess. I'll call it a dex save. Go ahead and roll me a dex save.
I get advantages on dex saves.
If you can see the threat, which in this case you can, as what seems to be a glob of liquid seems to detach itself from the ceiling directly in your path.
Okay. 11.
Advantage though?
Yeah, that was my advantage.
11? I'm gonna roll this like an attack. Which is terrible. 11 is enough, as this, you're not sure, something just visible, a glint in the light of Loop's torch, passes right in front of you as you quickly throw yourself back as it very wetly hits the ground in front of you, and you can feel where a couple flecks of some burning substance land on your skin. What is Arignani doing?
Her headset was off, so she probably didn't hear you.
What is Arignani
Sorry.
doing?
Actually, I guess as I watch Turmeric kind of run forward, I'll walk fast. I'm gonna walk faster.
Okay.
But
Speed walk?
still, yeah, I'm gonna speed walk. But still looking around to see if I can see anything. Can I roll maybe for perception?
Sure, if you want. Bryn, what are you doing?
I'm going to shake my head and tell Valera, just walk normally. And I'll walk with her, like, at the back of the pack.
Okay.
And just keep following the path.
She kind of raises an eyebrow towards the direction Turmeric ran off and nods to you. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity save.
Who?
Bryn.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I also rolled a 20 for perception.
Okay.
13.
15. Is not enough this time. Bryn, as you're just finishing saying this to Valera, something from the ceiling of the chamber, it feels like a liquid as it lands kind of on the side of your head. Everywhere it touches burns like acid, as an ooze, a gray ooze, falls on you.
Oozy.
Oh no, I don't have my. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I think I left my dice in the studio. Let's see. You take 6 points of acid damage, corrosive damage.
Oh no. Does that leave scars?
You're not sure.
I'm glad you're worried about my face.
And you have this ooze is covering you. You will have to find some way to scrape it or otherwise remove it from yourself.
I will frantically grab the drawings I have of Nyx with the paper and like try to like shuffle it off my face as much as I can.
Okay. As you're wiping with the paper, it is just dissolving like wet tissue paper. It just is disappearing as you take another 2 points of acid damage, trying to scrape this burning goo off your face. Arignani, with your 20, you luckily see another ooze about to drop on you as you very quickly manage to step back as it lands in the center of this cave. Loop and Turmeric. What are you doing as you have come to a like screeching stop? This goo having fallen in front of you.
I'm gonna like cover Loop with my arms to protect him, and I'm gonna jump over this the one that dropped in front of us and keep running.
Okay.
Carrying him like bye-bye.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another reflex save as more of the goos start to. You can hear them falling behind and to the sides of you as you run.
15.
Okay. 15 is enough as you manage to throw yourself to the side. Loop, are you doing anything as you're being carried?
I'm going to like struggle a little bit, like to make it seem like I'm not happy that I'm being carried, but I was really not excited about trudging through this stuff, so I'm kind of happy where I am.
Okay. Arignani, you just saw this ooze fall in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna pick up the pace a bit and go into like a jog.
Okay.
Like not full run, but I'm gonna be trying to watch this ooze fall, and hopefully I don't get hit.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another reflex save as you continue to run forward, keeping your eye on the ceiling. Bryn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna open up my alchemy jug and try to pour like fresh water like all over to try to like get it off.
Okay.
Hopefully.
As you do pour the water onto this very thick, almost jelly substance, it seems to just splash off with no effect.
What water does?
Yep. As you take another 3 points of acid damage, your robe and any armor on, I don't think you wear armor, so it's not actually going to affect you, but any armor on your upper body will is dissolving and melting away. Will have a -1 to its effect. That was Bryn who's still struggling. Turmeric and Loop are. Turmeric is like running down the hallway, like spinning to side, juking these slimes, these oozes as they push, keep falling. Did I get your reflex save, Arignani?
No, not yet. Is it a dex save?
Dex, sorry.
That I'm making?
Yeah,
Okay.
I always do that.
It's 12.
12, okay. 12 is not enough, as keeping your eye on the ceiling, you miss one of these slimes that is on the side wall. It stretches and reaches out, this big long pseudopod that you run your face into as this burning acid is now on you. You take 5 points of acid damage.
Holy.
Turmeric, from where you are, sprinting, you're, I'm going to say probably, I don't know, 100 feet ahead of the rest of the group at this point. Roll me a perception check, actually. As you are keeping your eyes on the ceiling and trying to dodge these oozes.
Perception. 15.
15. You can see what looks like some very faint light coming from ahead in this cave.
I see any more of those jelly things dropping down?
Moving at the pace you're moving, it's hard to tell. You more see them as they detach and then kind of throw yourself out of the way. But
Okay.
scanning around, you don't see any right now.
Yeah, I'll kind of slow my pace and head towards the light.
Okay.
Do like full sprint anymore.
Okay. Meanwhile, at the back of the pack, Bryn, are you trying to, or what would you like to do? As you've been scrambling at yourself, Valera tries to wipe some of this acid off with.
Oh, no.
You can't see some piece of cloth or something, but it also seems to just have no effect, and eats through the cloth before it can really do any good.
Oh, you guys are gonna
I'm-
be naked.
I'm just gonna, like, I guess, can I see?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just start running to see if I can find like a full body of water somewhere, like full speed. Like I know we're in a cave, but I'm gonna like try to run and see if I can like exit somewhere.
Okay, are you running
And
the
try to
way you
find water.
came or the way forward?
Like the way they're going, like where I saw Turmeric run.
Okay, so you all right? As you sprint down the cave, just screaming as this acid is burning away at your face.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. I'm gonna like try to
another-
wipe it with my hand, but like
okay, as you wipe it with your hand, is burning your hand. As you take another 3
well,
points.
better my hand than my face.
3 points of acid damage. And are somewhere between Turmeric Loop and the rest of the group, catching up to Arignani, who has an ooze of herself. Arignani, what are you doing?
So, this stuff is sticky. I am
Mhm.
assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it seems to
I just got it on my face too.
it seems to almost move with a it seems to move under its own power.
Yeah, I'm not being stealthy anymore because I guess it's stuck to my face also. I don't even know what I have to.
Turn it off.
Yeah, let's actually. Dangerous.
Eat it.
I want to enter into fire stance.
Okay.
Because I'm trying not to scream in pain, but I'm not being quiet because it hurt a lot.
And
I'd like
as you're
try-
thinking about not screaming, you can hear Brandon just like "Wah!" just running past you.
100%, like on the top of my lungs.
Can I try burning this goo off? If flame will.
Sure.
anything
How
to it?
how are you gonna burn it?
Fireball.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
hands.
Okay, I'm gonna do Sorry, I'm trying to see which one is like the least amount of damage. I'm gonna do produce flame,
Okay.
and it's an action. So when I cast this as a spell, I can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet, make a ranged spell attack, and on a hit, the target takes 1d8 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I just want to try to do that. So a flame appears in my hand,
Okay.
and it also sheds a really bright light in a 10-foot radius. And yeah, so I'm going to try to see if I can get this stuff off of my face.
Go ahead and roll spell damage.
So if I'm rolling a
You can't
Ranged
miss.
spell
You
attack?
can't miss.
Is it-
You're touching your own face.
so just roll the damage.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Okay.
turmeric, then you might be
Oh my
able
gosh.
to.
Okay.
Turmeric might miss.
High chance of turmeric missing.
6
6. Okay.
damage.
As you bring the flame to it, very much like the kind of thick oil it resembles, it seems to ignite pretty quickly. The heat burns a bit of your hair and your eyebrows.
Oh no!
And this goo that's on your face seems almost to leap, almost to throw itself off you, as it seems to just much like pouring a glass of water on the ground. It hits the ground and seems to just turn into a liquid. But you are free of the ooze.
You did it.
Bryn, who just went running past you, what would you like to do?
As I'm like screaming and panicking that it's on my face, I remember I have a gaseous form potion, and I'm gonna try to drink it.
Okay, sure. Let me just read the exact wording on it.
It says
Gaseous form spell for 1 hour.
The target has resistance to non-magical damage and has advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws.
Transform a willing creature you touch along with everything is wearing you into a misty cloud for the duration. Okay. Yeah, I'll say, well, in the form of a cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects. Any objects it was carrying or holding can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. Okay. I'll say as you drink the potion and can feel it taking effect, as you take your gaseous form, the ooze just falls through, splashing on the ground.
Am I still on burning?
I mean, you're not taking damage, but
Okay.
you got, second-degree acid burns to your face and body.
Chicks dig scars. I'm good. I'm just gonna be floating.
You're just going to be floating. Oh, in gaseous form.
Well,
okay.
yeah. So it'll just be a
Lasts for up to 1
puddle.
hour.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna stay in that.
Okay.
And
You're
yeah, so there'll be like all this screaming and then poof.
While in this form, the target's only method of movement is a flying speed of 10 feet. So, as you are in your gaseous form, it's like walking through molasses, where you're like really slowly moving.
I don't care. As long as I'm not getting acid burns, I'm just gonna keep trucking as fast as I can.
Turmeric, up ahead, you can see this light appears to be coming from the top of the tunnel, the top of the cave, it looks like at first. And as you get closer, you can see what looks like boards, or you're not sure until you can hear the heavy, what sound like wheels of a cart and heavy boots as you seem to be under maybe a bridge or some kind of construction that seems to have people and carts crossing it.
Bridge, eh?
It's what comes to mind. You're not sure what it is, but
I'll open up my arms and drop Loop to the ground. And I'll put my hands to my waist and look up to it and be like, "What do you think that is, Loop?"
As I'm,
What do you
the ground is still covered in this viscous, disgusting substance.
not covered, but it is present.
So I will, very, very, just disgusted with getting dropped in this stuff, just stand up and kind of get it off of me as much as I can before I turn to turmeric and, I'm sorry, what?
I'll just take a finger and point up and
Yeah, there's people
the
walking
bridge
above
looking
us.
to-
As you guys are having this conversation and the group kind of recollapses, Bryn kind of running almost into you guys, and Arignani shortly behind her. Valera brings up the rear, and you hear the big wide feet of your two guides come slapping up. Apparently they were hanging back. Would anyone like to do
Really?
anything?
You think that's where Derith is?
One of your guides, you're not sure, Blupo or Nibble, points up and says, up there.
Well, how do we get up there?
Kind of looks up at the...
What's
where is
the bridge made out of?
Seems to
Wood?
be wood, yeah, based on how it's creaking and groaning and just the way that it looks.
Is it like old rotten wood?
It's not rotten, but it's definitely not new, brand new construction or anything.
If I threw something through it, do I think it would break?
They're pretty thick planks. I don't know. Do you think they're probably 3 or 4 inches thick, like a heavy duty bridge or roadway?
I'm gonna look at Loop and then look at the bridge.
I'll be
Like-
shaking my head the entire time.
Act like I'm calculating the amount of force used to throw upward. That's what I'll
I'm
be
shaking
doing.
my gaseous head.
I'll look over towards Bryn. Does Bryn still look like herself? She's just made of gas?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
I'll look
Slightly
at Bryn and be
wavering
like,
and vaporous.
you want to go maybe take a peek? You can probably fit through those cracks, can't you?
Oh, can I float? I think I
You have
can.
a fly speed of 10 feet.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, sweet. How high is the bridge?
It's about 8 or 9 feet above you.
Okay. Then I will float up there and see what's
Maybe
going on.
maybe just stick your face through or something. You don't want to freak everyone out.
Yeah.
Just this gaseous person.
Oh, yeah, right, because
floating.
I still look like me. I keep things like a big cloud. But right.
I'll try
Yeah,
to
I'll
cast
just, like-
guidance on her, but then fail as I can't actually touch her.
Okay. Bryn, you're just
I will try to just like poke my head out. Just like
uh,
my eyes.
okay. As it's a very strange, not sensation. You don't feel anything, but very very strange sight as your head goes into the planks and all you see is darkness. And as it emerges, you can see light. You can see just the tiny little bit of clearance you have. You can see what look like wooden buildings, similar to those in Waterdeep. You can see a number of carts seem to be going back and forth on, as you kind of look side to side. You can see this does look like a bridge. It seems to run over some kind of you're not sure, but you can see the cave or tunnel that you're in presumably carries on. And the last kind of thing you see looking up is what looks like, you're not sure, you would guess a horse, as just some beast of burden, as a hoof or a foot, just comes and basically plants itself right where you're looking, as you reflexively jerk back.
Like where the bridge is attached on either side, is there like any like rope or anything that's like tying it together, or
It's
just-
think like an overpass. It's like overpass style,
okay.
where
Okay.
you get the sense this bridge was built probably to cross whatever this natural gully that you guys are in is.
I will float back down and try to, I guess, use my hands to show Loop that it's like bridge,
You can talk.
and then
Oh no, the target can't
can I
talk.
talk?
Nope, target can't talk.
And like I'll do like this, and then like little things.
So there's houses. There's houses up there?
I think
Buildings?
she's saying there's a
Okay, yeah,
monster
yeah.
up there.
No, she's definitely not saying there's a monster. I don't think. Bryn, is there a
Looks
monster
like
up there?
dragon. A dragon walking across.
There's a bridge. People walking. Okay, there's people walking. Was it a constant stream of people, or was there breaks? Do you think, like, if we waited here for a while, do you think there would be a lull in traffic, as it were, so that we could maybe break through this wood and see if we can just pop right up?
I think she was saying that people are fleeing from a dragon.
I'm gonna like point at Arignani, and then point at the ground, and then go like.
She wants you to create a spear
Oh, no.
to take this dragon down.
She wants me to make stairs. Close. But I think that's what she wants me to do.
I'm going to telepathically ask Bryn. Is that what you wanted her to do? Make stairs?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if
She
I can
says
answer.
yes. You can.
Assume.
Yeah.
I'll say yeah. I'm just saying. How long do I have to answer? 10 seconds? Something short?
It's not.
No,
Yeah, I'll
message.
say. I'll just say yeah.
Keep the link open between us as long as I keep it open, kind of thing.
Okay. I'll be like, yeah. We should build stairs. I'm not sure how often people are crossing, but I think we would be fine just to go up. I don't think people would care, honestly.
You don't think people would care if people from underneath the bridge broke through the bridge as like crowded merchants were walking across it? You don't think any guards would have any problem with that whatsoever? You don't think someone
Did I
might
see any
have
guards?
questions?
Did I
think
see
people
any
might have
guards?
questions.
You didn't see anyone in armor. I mean, just the quick look around that you saw.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were not
It's
really
really
sure what
brief.
type of people you saw. You saw people.
I'll crack my
I
hand,
think it would
my
be
hands
fine.
and knuckles and be like, "I'll handle this."
All right. Well, if
As I wait for the
breaking
stairs.
through is the plan A, how about Bryn? How about you just float up there and see how they react to just you, rather than all of us? Because
Well,
worst case, you can just
why don't
float right back down.
I mean,
That's legit.
it's
There
the
must be,
underworld.
but
I
But also,
Don't things emerge from under more often in the underworld?
I feel like there's a door somewhere. Like, how do people get in and out? You know?
Also,
Maybe
why-
we should try to
yeah.
find the door.
why did our guides lead us here with no way to get up?
Well,
I'll
maybe
turn
one of us should
to-
ask them.
Lupo and ask, is this where we're supposed to be? Should we keep going further down the tunnel?
Blupo kind of points up. Mantol Derith. Points up, reaffirms up.
Okay.
I
Well,
always try to throw the fish guy up there. See what happens.
about
I'll
we-
float up.
yeah, float up, and then we'll maybe wait for a bit to kind of listen to see if this constant
I'll-
flow of traffic just continues.
I'll
Okay.
float up. I'll hide somewhere, and when no one's around, I'll throw a rock down there. That'll be the signal.
Okay.
Right? Can I look around to see if like any rocks are falling while people are walking across?
Sure. Roll a like to what end? You're just looking for rocks?
Yeah.
It perception check then.
4.
4. I mean, even with a 4, you can find a rock if you really want on the cave floor as you kind of, brush a little bit of slime off it.
I'll nod my head to Bryn. Like I understand what the game plan is.
I'm
And I'll,
gonna, I guess, start making stairs.
Sure. You're gonna
My ice, I guess.
out of ice, or are you?
So,
I'll be the only one that can climb them.
yeah.
You don't want
Hold on, no,
that.
I think I can. I'm gonna try to enter into Earth stance.
Okay.
And I think it's the same thing. So I target a cube, a 5-foot cube, and I can manipulate it.
Okay. You want to make? How would you like to manipulate Earth?
Nice.
4 steps at a time.
Chunky. Nice chunky stairs.
Okay. Just leading up to where the bridge above you is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, easy enough. As the dirt moves and shifts, making this very almost unnaturally neat and straight edge staircase.
I'll float to the top
Sure.
of the staircase
Okay.
and see if I see anybody coming.
So you're
At this point-
emerging through the bridge.
Not my whole body, just my head through the stair.
Okay.
Through
Roll
the top
a.
stair.
Do I see any rocks
downstairs? You found a rock.
dropping? Any new ones dropping from up top?
No. And then there's a second where, no, you still don't. You thought you heard one, but no rocks seem to be falling from the bridge. Bryn, as you stick your head through, looking around, you can see. Would you? I mean, you only have how much? You only have this much of your head up. You get. What are you trying to look for?
Yeah, look here.
You don't have a lot of time. What are you scanning
People.
for? People.
Anything crossing a bridge.
You can see
Any
a
movement.
You can see a number of people crossing the bridge. You seem to be in the middle of what looks like a trade kind of thoroughfare through the middle of a city. Not a marketplace, but kind of the next closest thing. It doesn't seem packed by any means, but the time of day, whatever it is, it seems to be fairly occupied right now.
It's lit, but we're still underground, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Also
So
on
that
the
like that
bridge.
the end of the bridge, is it just like earth, like cliff, and then like there's a cliff
from-
and then the bridge and then
Well, no, from above, it would just be you're on dirt, and then you're on the bridge for a little bit, and then you're back on dirt.
okay.
Like it is a overpass. It is something made to go over this whatever feature that you guys are in.
Is there I'll wait for like 10 minutes and see is there any point of time where there's not a lot of travelers crossing over 10 minutes?
10 minutes. There are a few times, yeah, where the traffic does kind of seem to die out for a few minutes at a time. There are definitely windows where you think that you could get a few minutes of no traffic.
Okay. I didn't take a rock with me. I'll float down
Okay.
because I forgot to take a
Can you-
rock. And just give him a thumbs up.
Okay.
And for turmeric, I'll pick up a rock and just drop it in front of him.
Can't
and
manipulate
then...
objects in your gaseous form.
Oh, yeah, right.
As you reach down, your hand just passes through it.
I'll just give him a thumbs up and point up and then float up.
Okay.
And I'll grab a rock just in case on my way up. If it
Okay.
wasn't
You can't-
obvious and I don't see them coming.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah, I
you can't
can.
pick it up, but as you try again, it passes through your fingers.
Right. Damn it. Anyways, I'll give them a
Wanna
thumbs
do-
up in a window I think is good.
Sure.
And
as
I'll
you,
float up.
Okay. As you float up, you're met by, you're not sure what it is at first. At first you think it's a horse, some beast of burden that as your gaseous form floats up right in front of it, it quickly comes to a stop as whatever this creature is. It seems to be very low and squat. And all you can kind of see is a shiny chitinous shell as the cart behind it comes to a screeching halt as the person, you can see appears to be a drow man, is partly flung out of his seat as the cart, and he tumbles down, kind of caught in the reins. Would you like
Can
to
I,
do
like,
anything?
Is this
Sure, you can up into through the bridge.
You're gonna try. You want to upper punch? You want to uppercut the bridge?
Yeah, and like all the way through up.
You can go ahead and roll an attack if you want.
Jesus Christ.
Is that with like strength or dexterity?
Strength.
9.
9.
Or no, 6.
6. You are able to hit the bridge. I mean, it is above you, and you're very tall. And 6, huh? As you do, your hand just smashes into one of the boards, which doesn't seem to budge an inch, and you're just left with a sore hand.
No, turmeric, you got to aim for the spots in between the braces. You know, you see those really big, thick pieces of wood? Those are the ones that hold up the rest of the pieces of wood. So don't aim for the big ones. Aim for the little ones.
After hurting my hand, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And then do what Loop said and aim for the little one.
Sure. Go ahead and roll another attack. Bryn, what are you doing upstairs as this drow gentleman is picking himself up, swearing in undercommon, kind of looking around?
Does it look like the creature is still paying attention to me?
You're not really sure. All you see is like right in front of you. You can just see this round, almost oval shape of this it's about 6 feet long. I don't know if you're awake, but you might have seen these creatures in whatever the town where everybody fell asleep was.
Ooh,
Spring's Gift?
No,
Yeah.
before. It was before Spring's Gift, I think, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Spring's Gift.
Spring's Gift is where you got the shard. But anyways, you saw them pulling the carts that the web were using to load sleeping villagers into. These
I
kind
will
of
try
beetle creatures.
to get behind the creature
You're
so
okay.
that it can't see me.
Sure. As you, I mean, you were like, to be clear, you are basically a person just standing in the middle of a bridge. Like, your gaseous form does not really make you harder to see.
But I thought it was just my head that's peeking out.
It's just your head that's sticking up? Okay.
Here. Yeah.
Then, yeah, you can
So
float
that's why.
around. Yeah, you can float around to be behind the creature if you want.
Yeah, I want to see if I can start moving behind the creature to see if it reacts to my movement at all.
Sure. As you float kind of underneath it, you can see the face and mandibles of this creature, like face the ground basically. It's like a little what do they call the little roly polies? It looks like. Well, it's like a big roly poly. It does definitely notice your presence as you kind of draw close to it. It kind of scuttles a little bit to one side.
But it doesn't. Okay. I'm just gonna try to not pay it any attention.
Okay.
To see what happens.
What is everybody else doing?
I'm attacking the bridge.
Well, Bryn gave us the thumbs up, so I'm trying to get up.
Right. Turmeric's
the top.
second bridge attack. It's easy enough to
yeah.
climb these like 5 feet of stairs, Arignani, and then you're just kind of below the bridge. What's your second attack, Turmeric?
8.
Same thing. As you punch the exact same spot almost as you. And
I'm gonna
as
just keep going until it breaks.
Okay. As you punch into it, you can hear, you're not sure, someone up above in a language you don't understand seems to exclaim as the bridge goes for a second time. You keep rolling attacks if you want to keep attacking.
What's the walls made out of here? In this tunnel?
It's like dug out stone and earth.
Okay. I'm going to shift into a badger
Okay.
and burrow a little tunnel and try to get up.
Yeah, it'd probably take you a few minutes, but it's easy enough to do as a badger. Yeah, sure. As you kind of dig through the earth, you're able to dig yourself up as your little badger head kind of pops out of the earth.
I rolled a 16.
A 16, okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's was that regular? Just
Oh yeah,
3
one
or 1
plus strength modifier
plus my rage.
plus your rage.
1 plus 3 is 4. Rage is 6.
6 points of damage to the bridge. Okay. As you hit it, there is a little bit of a groan and kind of cracking of timbers.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay.
After that first like hit that
Mhm.
Turmeric made, where it sounded like he's actually doing something to the bridge, I'm gonna make my way down the staircase
Okay.
to try to get to him.
Roll a perception check as he hits that bridge the second time.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna give him shit. Like in whisper, I'm whispering, but also I'm gonna push him. What are you doing? We're supposed to be inconspicuous.
I'm just in full out rage,
I'm gonna try
ignoring her.
to like get him to stop. So
Roll me a perception check, Arignani, as he hits the bridge a second time when you're on your way down.
oh shit. 12?
12? As he hits the bridge, 12. Yeah, as he hits the bridge, you notice this one board right up on the side where you've built the stairs out, closest to your head, where you're kind of crouched under it. Seems to kind of sort of rock on its braces, as though it might not be as secure as the others. Tumor, go ahead and roll another attack if you want.
14
Okay, damage.
is another 6.
Okay, as another punch hits the bridge, it does start to audibly splinter.
I'm ready to fight Turmeric, and I'm gonna do an unarmed attack
Okay.
to try to get him to stop.
Okay.
So I'm gonna aim for his face, I guess.
Go ahead and roll.
19.
19.
Hits.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Ridiculous. 5 damage.
Turmeric, you take 5 damage.
Not
Nothing
even
brings a party
enough.
closer.
As there any like, cha, throat jabs you.
5 damage. I'm just gonna use that to fuel my rage and attack the bridge more.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another
As
bridge
this is
attack if you want.
happening, what's happening with the person on the bridge?
They are seeing the planks and timbers in front of them start to buckle and burst outwards. They're in the process of, and it's quite the process of getting their beetle to turn around, and like this big wide 5-point turn. They're trying to turn the cart around on the bridge and go back the other way.
Am I able to cast spells in this form? Oh no, it says I can't. Okay. Does it look like he's moving pretty fast?
He's the animal is slow, but he's pretty frantic.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna watch him.
Tumor, go ahead and roll another attack if you'd like.
18.
Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
6. Okay. On this punch, the bridge does break as you bring the punch up and do finally manage to make contact with one of these supports. It gives way and a good 2 or 3 planks slam into the tunnel. These big, long, heavy planks that as they hit the ground. And you can see light coming down through it. Brandon, you can see the... you know what? See what he does. The man on the bridge he's going to he's out in front of this beetle, kind of trying to. He's got the reins. He's kind of slowly trying to pull it to one side as it very slowly moves. As the planks go, some explode out and a few more fall in. He just runs. He just lets go of the reins and just seems to book it.
And what's the beetle doing?
It's just
chilling?
kind of sitting there now.
Okay. I'm gonna poke my head through the hole
Sure.
at Turmeric, and if I see him, I'm just gonna be doing this.
Shrugging your shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue one more hit to Turmeric.
Okay, go ahead and
I
roll
was
another
trying to
attack.
get him to stop. 16.
Okay.
Hits. If I had a shield out.
Oh, you don't. And at this point, this is after the bridge has already kind of come down and all that stuff, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep. No going back now.
4 damage.
Okay. Take another 4 points, Turmeric.
As she
So
goes
I'm
to
gonna
do
finish.
that, I'm gonna think she's coming in for a high five and put my hand up.
Sure. Which, as you do, another punch just hits you in the face.
I'm gonna finish digging my way up to the surface, and then as soon as I come out of the hole, I'm just gonna turn immediately back into myself and just casually dust myself off, and just walk over to the nearest building and lean on the side of it as if everything is going perfectly fine.
Okay. As you do, you seem to be in the middle of, it looks like a small village or town. You can see there are several people. Most of them, just a quick glance, seem to have the black skin and white hair of the drow. And there is just a number of people. It very much seems like daily life. You see kind of what look like stalls, seem to be bartering and haggling over foods and various goods. Some people just seem to be kind of leaning up against the sides of buildings, smoking. And as you kind of look around, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna try and keep an eye out for anyone who is like watching the events of the bridge closely.
Okay.
Like anybody who looks like they're maybe gonna come over and try to figure out what's happening.
Okay, you do see a number of people just kind of looking. They're all a good distance away, just kind of looking. Sort of the sense of a commotion seems to be spreading a little bit. There's no panic or anything, but there's definitely some attention was drawn to it. Nobody, at least that you can see, seems to notice you as you very casually make your way over the building, though.
How big's the beetle?
It's about the size of maybe like a small cow. The size, almost the size of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Okay, can I go to the opposite side of the beetle? Like, where did the hole pop up?
In about the middle of this bridge of the wooden road. Yeah.
Can I like sort of? I'm gonna try to pop up and scare the beetle to like one of the sides closest to the city, I guess, or where the most people seem to be coming from. Kind of trying to use it to like block the view of what's happening, I guess.
Okay, go ahead
As
and
much as
roll
I can.
a animal handling check. The
I'm gonna
rarely
try to, like,
seen animal
scare it.
handling check.
14.
14. As you appear suddenly in front of the beetle, it does react as it, as quickly as it can, starts to throw itself almost to one side as you startle it. But it turns out as quickly as it can is very slow as it starts to like slowly turn, and you can see what look like hundreds of little cone-shaped legs along the side of it. You can hear them scrabbling on the bridge as they try to get purchase. But it's
Is that beetle-
slowly moving.
Is it like hauling anything?
Yeah, it's still attached to the cart.
Can I look through the? I can't move anything. Never mind.
You can pass through.
I'm gonna just sit on the cart, on the back of it,
Okay.
and
Turmeric,
just
what
kind
are
of
you
look
doing?
out for anyone coming.
I'm climbing up onto the bridge from my hole. And Wolf's gonna teleport on top of the beetle.
Okay. Yeah, okay. As Wolf appears on top of the beetle. Just give me one sec. As I send secret message of... you can see there are people seem to be making their way to the bridge at this point. You don't see any like armored guards or no tabards or anything that would make it as maybe official as you're used to, but you do see several armed individuals making their ways over. You're all just gonna stand there?
Once I get out of the hole, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, Wolf, you found us a ride. Good job." And I'll start climbing up on the beetle.
Okay.
I'm just going to continue keeping an eye on everything, and if things go bad, I will decide whether or not these are still my people.
Okay.
I would have followed Turmeric out of his hole that he created, but like raging, if whatever that looks like, I'm really upset.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Tattoos kind of
Turmeric.
flaring a little bit.
yeah, like, you never use your head. Like, what if they had an army? You're always putting us in danger. And I'm just gonna keep walking past, like,
I'm just
leaving
gonna
him behind me,
Try
but
to control
still.
this beetle into the direction I want it to go.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna kind of go to where Loop is, just away from everything.
Sure. As you make your way over to Loop, who is very kind of casually just leaning against the building, you can see there is quite a number of people at this point have gathered in closer to the buildings. No one really getting too close to the bridge, maybe for fear of whatever is bursting through the earth. But you do see a number of people kind of looking over, and there are people moving quickly and with purpose.
I'm gonna keep looking out for people coming towards the bridge until Arignani gets up. And if I see anyone that's like coming close to like the start of the bridge, I'm gonna start running at them and like flailing my arms like I'm a ghost.
Okay. From where everybody is, like, you guys are in plain sight at this point. It is looking around, you can see it is a
Pretty obvious.
fairly flat space. You seem to be in some kind of a conical chamber, which seems to rise to a point somewhere up above in the darkness. You can see a number of buildings and crystals, various mushrooms and things in the sides, casting blue and green lights around the place.
Where's our guides?
You look back down the hole?
Well, from the on top of the beetle, yeah.
From top of the beetle, just kind of where you can see back in the hole, you don't see them.
Can I look around and see if I see like a tavern or an inn or anything like that in the area?
Yeah. As you do a quick scan of the area, you can see where most of the people seem to be gathered, kind of just in front of and in the doorway of a building that very much looks like a inn or tavern.
Okay, I'm going to telepathically tell everyone, maybe we should try to slip away and maybe get into that tavern if we can. Turmeric, I don't know how you're going to be able to slip away sitting on top of that beetle, but
And you can
I'm
see
going to meet you in there.
as you're saying this to Turmeric, you can see this as well. A adult male drow who has a very short cropped white hair. You can see he has what looks like a long sword or some kind of a curved blade at his side. Seems to be making his way to you, Turmeric.
I'll just slowly make my way towards him on the beetle.
Which is still, it's like not even moving in the amount of time you have. It's like slowly turning. What languages? Remember what languages you speak?
Common and Orcish.
Common and Orcish.
Is that what it's called? Orcish?
Orcish, yep. In very broken Orcish, this drow, you can hear him. He asks you, "This your?" He gets the word wrong. He asks you if this is your chariot, but you gather he's talking about the cart.
I'll say, no, I found it on the bridge. Someone left it in the way. Blocking the bridge.
Kind of seems to narrow his eyes as you say that. And he's, well, why are you on top of? And again, he gets the word wrong. He asks, why are you on top of that horse?
I'll say to him, first, it's a beetle, and I'm,
So you kind of
like I said, I'm getting it out of the way.
Make a deception check.
Four.
As he makes his way over to you, Turmeric, you can see he has his hand on the hilt of his sword. He looks up at you one more time. And he reaches down and kind of starts pushing on the back of this beetle, trying to get it to go the direction you're leading it. And as he goes, give it the spurs, and he's trying to push it as he's trying to get you to kick it into action, as apparently he seems to believe you.
Oh, wow.
He rolled very bad. And after a few minutes, the cart does slowly start to kind of roll off to, it's slowly making this giant U-turn, but it does start to make its way back. Turmeric astride. This beetle, like your heels drag the ground. It's much too low for you.
I'm gonna toss him a gold for helping me.
Sure, yeah. As you do, he catches it out of the air.
I'll be like, thanks, pal.
He nods at you and kind of gives you what you get as the kind of, get out of here head nod, and makes his way back into the crowd.
I'll slowly make my way across the bridge.
Sure. What are the rest of you going to do in the 45 minutes that this beetle and cart are crawling across the bridge?
Did I see Loop go into a tavern?
Did you go in, Loop?
Yeah, I was heading towards it.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you can see him going.
Okay, I'll can I turn my gaseous form off?
Yep.
If it's a potion?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This one
I
you
will
can. This potion you can.
Okay. I will I'm going to Is there any kind of area where it's blocked off a little bit, like a tree or a stone, or I don't know,
Blocked off, hidden?
Blocked from people, where people are?
There are alleys and corners around buildings, and
I'll just float into an alley. And then, or can I just float into the tavern through a crack and then turn off my gaseous form.
Yeah,
So that I'm in the
want to.
tavern.
If you want to.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
As Lube is coming through the front door, what are you like floating in through the side wall or?
Is there like a back entrance?
You would assume there is.
Yeah, I'll go through like a back entrance. I'll float through a crack in the back entrance and just kind of come out of the back of the building.
Okay. Okay. As you're like floating into the back door, you pass above the heads of several of these gray-skinned dwarves, who seem to be one you see cooking, one is tending a fire. They seem to be running the place, and one of them looks up at you, and you probably don't understand the language, but he barks something in some foreign language, and then all the other dwarves, you kind of looking around, you count about 4 or 5 of them in this inn, kind of all looking up at the floating Bryn. What would you like to do?
I'll snap into my regular form.
Okay. As you do, they tense up. You see hands kind of go towards belts where maybe weapons are stowed. What would you like to do? You're kind of in the kitchen, in the back part of this tavern. The clientele and the kind of main room, the common room, is all walled off.
But I'm like floating above them?
Yeah. You can see a big stone table where they're preparing some kind of, looks like beef, but it's too dark, whatever kind of game it is. You can see vegetables cooking in a big pot over a fire. Barrels that presumably have drink or meat in them. All these dwarves just looking up at you, like this sense of tension.
I'll wave and then snap into my regular form, like, even though I know it's how far am I above them?
It's like a standard
Like,
human-sized floor.
Size?
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Then
know.
I'll snap into
5
my
feet.
regular form, and when I come into like my person form, I'll yell, "Catch me!" and
Okay.
hope that they're still underneath me.
I mean, they're not right under you. They're all doing what they're doing, and they all just stopped as
okay.
you floated in, and like watched you float across the room as you end your gaseous form and fall. It's not far enough to take damage, but as you fall
Yeah.
to the ground,
I'm still gonna do it.
yeah, as you fall to the ground, the 4 of them still not moving. You can see them kind of like glancing at one another, still looking at you.
And then
Bryn.
I'll like stand up and dust myself off and be like, wow, those other rolls are intense, and then try to like walk out as nonchalantly as possible.
through the door you floated in.
Yeah.
Okay, as you do, one of them kind of steps in front of you, and you realize that though they're short, they're only about maybe 4 feet tall. These doors are very squat and muscular and strong. As his big heavy steps kind of as he plants himself in front of you, and he looks up at you, and he looks at the other door leading out the other side of the kitchen, and he nods towards that door.
I'll be like, my bad, and put my hands out, and then just turn around and start walking slowly out the other door.
Okay. And as you do, you emerge into the common room, which you can see Loop making his way in. One last glance behind you at these dwarves who are kind of shaking their head. You can hear them muttering in likely Dwarvish or some language you don't speak.
I'll see Loop and wave.
Sure. You can also see this tavern appears to be pretty busy. You can see mostly drow, with black skin and white hair, but you can also see some, I don't know, I guess you have met these people before. You can see the larger, hairier forms of bugbears, which you met one who ran that inn in the center of Dark Lake. As well as a few, they look like gnomes, but their skin, much like the drow, is this kind of, it's not black, but it's charcoal gray, and they have very shocking white hair, very much like the drow. What is Arignani doing right now? Turmeric is slowly bringing his cart around.
I would have followed behind Loop, going into the tavern.
Okay. And you can see both Bryn and Arignani, you do seem to draw a few looks, as you appear to be the only two elves in the bar.
Is Valera with us?
As you look around,
I forgot about
she's not.
Where I'm gonna have 4 drinks waiting on the table. If as my companions slowly come in one at a time, I'll hand them each a drink as they come to sit down. And where's has anybody seen our guides? Are they done now, I guess? Are they coming with us? I guess we really only hired them to bring us here, and they've done that, so did anybody see them go?
That's a good question. I was not looking. Anyone else?
A little occupied.
Arignani? What happened down there?
No.
I mean, I saw the wood come up and stuff, but like,
Man,
you guys were literally
gotta
just supposed
ask
to climb the
Turmeric.
stairs.
Yeah. We were fighting. Well, I was fighting him. He didn't want to fight back. I was so upset.
So you were winning.
No, because he still busted through the bridge, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't
Sounds like-
see where they went, or I was occupied.
What about that elf girl? Anyone see the elf girl?
Not
All I
sure.
remember is screaming in pain and then poof. I drank that potion and totally forgot about her.
Yeah, I thought she was trailing behind us for a while. I thought she was with you for most of the journey. And you just left her?
Well, I was in a lot of pain. There was acid on my face and it hurt a lot and no one was helping me. So I just poofed. And I completely forgot about her. But, I mean, she had her own free will, right? Like, if she wanted to take along, she would have.
Yeah, that's true. Should we maybe go and take a quick look and see if she's still down there?
Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
I'll finish the drink that's on the table, and I'll try to go and see if she's around on the bridge, maybe, or down below.
Okay. What
Would
is...
you be walking past me?
Give me one sec. Luke, what is your passive perception?
16.
Okay. Would she be walking past you? Yes, Arignani would be. Yep. To go. Turmeric's still almost off the bridge, like 7/8 of the way off the bridge. This beetle really kicking it into high gear now.
I'm gonna turn the beetle around and follow Arignani.
You're gonna start turning the beetle around? Okay.
Like, oh, Arignani. And I'll just follow her back.
Looking into the hole you guys made, Arignani, you don't see your two guides, and neither do you see Valera.
I don't know.
Does Loop have any shiny armor on? Like reflective armor?
No, I do not.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask him, how's my face? What's it look like? Is there a lot of damage? Like, can I still pick up dragon ladies? Like, what's happening here?
I mean, I've heard that dragon ladies like scales, so I guess now that you're halfway there, that might be a bonus. Maybe you know, maybe it'll just come off in a bath. Like maybe there's nothing to be worried about.
I think maybe I'll try. I've heard if you put mayo on it, it will heal like super quick. So
I've also heard that, yes.
Yeah, I might start doing that. Maybe rub a little bit every morning and every evening and hope that heals up.
As
At least that's the
you
plan.
make your way back into the tavern, Arignani, you can see some of these tables of drow seem to be. You kind of notice them. They sort of watched you leave, and as you make your way back in, they seem to be pretty much everyone in the bar. Really, kind of seems to be sort of one eyebrow up, watching you leave and come back.
Do
I make my way into the tavern.
Sure, you're just leaving the
Actually,
cart.
Can
Which
I
is like
check
halfway,
out what's in the
halfway
cart?
turned back.
Can I check out what's in the cart?
Sure. Yeah. As you open up the side to it, seems to be full of barrels, which is you give kind of a rock to some kind of liquid, slosh in them.
I'm going to take a taste of the liquid in the barrel.
These are sealed. These are sealed barrels. How are you busting the barrel open? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll take my sword
Okay.
and like jab a hole into the top
Okay. Yeah.
of
As
the
you
barrel.
punch a hole in, this kind of sickly sweet smell emanates from it.
Like wine?
No, sweet, much sweeter, like almost like honey.
I'll taste it.
As you do, you realize it's molasses or some derivative of sugar processing. Seems to be some very thick, sweet syrup of some kind.
Is that in all of it? All the barrels? How many barrels?
There's 3. As you kind of, there are 4 in the cart, but as you sort of shake them, 3 have liquid in them. 1 is empty.
Do I know what they would use this for? Like for food or?
You have no. What's your intelligence?
It's pretty low.
You have no idea.
Okay, I'll just leave it there. I'll think it's like useless and just walk into the tavern.
Sure. As Turmeric walks away from the scene of the destroyed bridge, the cart that he's now opened and broken open every barrel in, the like beetle half turned, wedged across so no one can go either way now, and just walks away from it all.
Yep.
And as soon as I see Turmeric come in, I'll wave him over and pass him his beverage.
Sure.
Question about the people staring.
Mhm.
Do I feel like I need to sort of watch my back? I guess like not an unsafe feeling, but kind of an unsafe feeling. Like what?
Yeah, totally. Like you are definitely sticking out here.
Okay.
Do I notice this too?
You're just walking back in. Your head is still up in the beetle race clouds. You're not paying the closest attention.
Yeah, I'll sit down with everybody
Sure.
and whisper. Just you guys notice that these people are staring intently at specifically me and Bryn.
I mean, I didn't think the scarring was that bad, you guys. How come no one's told me? But also, like, yeah, we knew they were gonna look at us, right?
Well, the plan was for the whole slave thing, right?
What if we call you guys?
Oh,
like
we've had a number
battle-
of plans that have changed.
Yeah.
battle.
I thought that was
slaves?
only when we get to Lorenzo Branson.
I thought it was like when we get around people in general.
Is that a
Well, I
thing?
think judging from the reaction of all these people around here, we know that you're right. When we get to Menzel Brands, and we're going to have to remember what these people are doing right now. Does anyone look like they might think about getting hostile, or is it just like can I kind of gauge why they're upset or if they're upset?
You can make an insight check, I guess. Kind of just a general insight check.
That is 9.
9. It's very hard to tell. You would guess they don't see. It's not like open hostility as much as it is, stranger in a strange land. It is. You get the sense they don't see a lot of. Pardon me, a lot of elves and humans down here.
Can I catch someone looking at us?
Roll me a perception check.
Uh, 16.
16. You do see someone looking at you. Appears to be a drow. And this person looks like... Where's Oliver?
Looks like Oliver?
It looks just like Oliver.
Let's go for a break. before
Okay,
I-
wow, nailed it. Woo! Out of the park, Oliver,
Short-
you and me, bud. Hey, I set him up. You just spike him down.
So
Yes,
he looks short
and-
with a beard
Yep, little Filipino man,
and a tight shirt.
really tight shirt.
And a really
sorry.
Belly's
expensive
sticking
haircut.
out.
Let's go
Before
for
I jump in, can we?
Looks like-
Yeah.
no, not
Never
now.
washes his hair.
Now we're going for a quick break. Greasy, Diego mustache, greasy hair. Let's go for a quick break, and we'll be back with more Rolling Reckless on the other side of this. Let's come back and pick up where we left off. The person looking at you looks like...
Okay, so what just happened? Everybody just kind of piled in,
Mm-hmm. Bryn floating through the back.
and like
Aaron
very-
and I left. through the
very,
back.
very conspicuously.
Very conspicuous, yes. As is tradition.
Loop
Describe,
has been sitting at the table. Who's with Loop right now?
I think every...
I think just
Yeah, I think everybody.
I think everyone's all together, yep.
I'll call over. I'm a guy just sitting at the table.
I'm gonna get you to
I'll call over.
just turn your mic down a smidge just before we start here. Just a little bit. You're just a little bit louder than an hamburger.
I'll call over from where I'm sitting at the bar. That's not the voice. It's not Where's my voice? Where's my voice? It is not every day that you see a high moon elf down in the Underdark.
You talking to me?
Yeah. You, the little one, and the big one.
Me little? He big?
The very big one.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
chug
turmeric.
my beer that Luke gave me, and I'll smash it to the table.
Okay.
Are you talking about my gladiator elves?
Is this, you're saying this in common? Mystery
Yeah.
person? Okay.
Yes.
What is this as everyone turns and looks, what does this person look like?
Drow elf. Dark. Obsidian skin. Pale gold hair. Pale gold eyes. Blue fur-lined cape. Brown leather pants and brown leather cowboy boots. Silver dented breastplate.
Is it shiny?
It's dented. It's worn. It's been worn. Yeah. not many of the higher elves down here.
What gave away my high elf?
The not black skin.
I mean, I'm sure you guys get all kinds of travelers around here, no?
Yeah. Bugbears. Little gnomes, little underdark gnomes, dwarfs.
You mystery person know that the Underdark Gnomes are the Zverfneblin.
Zverfneblin.
Mm-hmm. I didn't make it up.
Sound it out. Snurvleblin. Snurvleblin.
Since it's not a goblin,
gonna-
it's a Zverfneblin.
Zverfneblin.
I'm gonna
You definitely do
nudge.
see giant orcs, but again, never topside elves.
Well, we're clearly not
I'm
from around here, but we don't
an-
plan on staying long.
And
I'm gonna nudge my
little,
Aaron
little
Yanni.
little people with blue hair. That's also very uncommon.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Ah, the name's Vargas. Pleased to meet you.
Fargus?
Vargas?
Vargas.
Vargas?
Vargas.
Vargas.
Oh, Vargas. Vargas.
All right, fart gas. What do you really want? You want to test my gladiator elves?
Oh, I'm just curious. Like, you guys have made quite the racket.
I mean,
You know
I
what the
barely
best
even know
racket
these
is?
guys.
Best racket
What,
is minding your own business.
I'm gonna.
Well, hold
Nudge.
on. This
Turmeric.
is the first somewhat friendly person we've come across.
Yeah.
We're looking to get to Menzo Baranzan. Do you?
Ah, yes, I've overheard.
I'm
Are
gonna
you able
whisper
to,
Aaron
to
Yanni.
point us in that direction?
First you go out the door, then you travel Underdark North.
Okay. Was that in common? Could you repeat that in common?
First you go out the door, then you go Underdark North.
I
But
point
you've
in a
been there
random
before.
direction. Is that Underdark North?
Turn about 35 degrees to your right.
I'll point in the opposite direction that Luke pointed.
Yes, I have been there. Little high elf.
What do you do?
I drink.
Drinking? What
My
are you
kinda
doing down
guy.
here? Would you be interested in maybe showing us the way to Menzo?
What is your business in Menso?
I mean, that's our business.
Are you guys familiar with how it is in Menso?
We've heard how
Heard.
it is.
Yeah.
And what have you heard?
That the city's kind of in shit right now.
Indeed, the city is in shit. It is in deep shit. And what does a group like you need in a city full of shit?
To stir it.
Excellent.
I don't know.
Um,
You know how to follow up with that. Oh my
Just a
goodness.
long, quiet moment where everyone at the table sips their drinks.
Giggles under their breath.
Oh. Oh goodness.
Anyways,
yes. Well, when I say it is in shit, it's in the, how you say, Civil War type shit.
So dangerous.
Dangerous is putting it like, yes. Again, I don't know what adventurers. You guys are adventurers.
We're a group
We're
of capable individuals.
Real
And so what
bad
does a group of-
individuals. Real bad.
What does a group of bad individuals like you need in a town like Mensoberensson?
Again, like
Bunch.
sort of our business.
Yeah, Nanya.
Pardon me, Nunya?
Business.
That is very good.
I'm just gonna
one
sit
very,
down
very
and
There's one like
That's
one,
fair.
one boisterous
order
laugh
another
from
drink
behind
and
the bar.
stop talking.
The one dwarf who speaks common just love that one.
Oh goodness.
Well, as it so happens, I am familiar with the way. As it so happens, I am on my way into Mensoberensson.
Would you be willing to take us with you?
What are you headed to, this proverbial
Yes.
Civil War shit pile?
What is your business
have-
there?
I mean, I could say, how he say Nunya, but
I don't think you understand what
if
Nanya
we're
is.
trying to get to know each other, then it's more if there are people in that city that I need to that I truly care about, and I need to go in and take away from this civil war.
Family?
Can I
Yes,
insight
indeed.
check him?
Sure, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Like our second ever in the game.
Insight.
Only insight check the other player characters. The ones who are obviously going to betray you.
15.
15. He seems to be telling the truth from what you can gather.
I need to get into the city, and well, there are people who might be in danger, and I need to get them out, and that's where I'm headed.
So you want our help?
I mean, you
A
guys
group
just
of
burst in
low
this door,
down
and,
bad individuals.
And
for some.
you guys are making a lot of noise. And I mean, well,
You need a
I mean,
distraction.
misery loves company.
I mean, we are a loud, boisterous group, but at the same time, if Menzo's in civil unrest, we might not stick out that much.
No, it's very chaotic. Very, very chaotic. And I mean, you guys better be a lot more careful.
Is that a threat?
It's not a threat, big man. It's just
It's kind of the
warning.
motto that we go by. We just screw it up every single time.
But we're working on it.
I mean,
I think
we
we're
do
getting
what
better.
we do best.
What was going on out there? One of the spectators came in and said monsters were coming up from under the bridge.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
we
I
are.
never saw monsters.
Never
Bridge
mind.
was
That's not what
being-
we are.
Attacked, and there was a ghost, I heard.
I mean, bridges are usually haunted. That shouldn't be out of the ordinary.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah, I
it.
nod my head.
I've-
Yeah,
I-
absolutely.
I've come a lot of haunted
How many
bridges.
people jump off a bridge? Probably
It
lots.
does make sense.
rude,
It
yeah.
is the Underdark.
Yeah. Sure, you guys see that
Yeah,
all the
people
time.
can't see down here. What's your point?
Hey,
You want to pay us
well,
for our help, or
I don't know. I don't want to pay you.
Well,
What
maybe
is
we can-
what is your business in Mensel Branson?
Maybe we can work a deal here. We'll help you with your family if you show us the way there. I mean,
you
if it
scratch our
is in civil,
backs, we'll
if it is
scratch
in
yours.
chaos there, you're gonna need help getting people out.
Well,
Wait, I thought you wanted to get rid of people.
no, my orc friend. I said I need to go in there and I need to save my niece and nephew.
Oh, sorry, I don't listen.
They are. No, it seems like you don't. Well, what is a group of a ghost elf from the top and a big orc with a beetle as a mount and little blue-haired men? What do you guys have to offer me?
Just from that statement, I'm thinking we gotta work on our first impressions here, friends.
First of all, you can call us the Holden Syndicate. We're well known almost everywhere.
Well, back where we're from, we're very well known. I'm sure
that what you
you've
call
probably
yourself,
heard
the-
of us too.
Holden? The Holden Syndicate?
Yep, that's what we go by.
That
You'll
that
recognize our sigil. It's a shield.
That sounds very, very cool.
It's on a couple carriages.
I have not seen anything like that, but maybe I
Must have
just
been
haven't been
around a
looking.
lot.
Actually, big man, I get around quite a bit.
A pit?
Do you travel a lot?
Yes, I'm one of the few of the drow that actually has gone topside.
Is that not common for Drow?
They tend to stick around the Underdark and, cause
Don't
trouble for each
most
other.
of the time the
It
drow
is-
go to the top side? Isn't it to raid and to pillage?
Ah, indeed. They are very, very combative and very antagonistic. But in my adventures and in my rangings, I have I've sort of come to realize that the whole murder culture of the Drow is just not the way. I've gotten to know the topside cultures and societies in a way that maybe the way of the Drow in the Underdark is not quite the way. I'm
Yeah, I've
a
kinda
little bit
noticed
more
that,
liberal and
Your accent doesn't sound like any of the Drow we've talked to already.
it's it travels from here and there.
Where did you say you're from?
Well, I grew up in a
Originally?
small town just outside of Mantol Branson. Old Spaniel Branson.
And what were your parents' names and your grandparents' names and all your friends' names?
Well, my parents were
What color was your childhood house?
Pablito and Juanlito.
Oh,
But it's not a big deal. At any rate,
Well, how you're kind of trying to get a gauge of us. How useful are you going to be on the journey? Perhaps we're the ones who should be asking why we should let you come with us.
we should test your metal up against my metal. And I'll draw my sword out.
Sure, as you do, you can hear several other patrons in neither Orcish nor Common seem to react. You can hear them saying something between them as several of them look at the massive longsword.
okay, that's a good spot. On the bar stool next to me is a large black what is it? Ebony wood crossbow that I have sitting there.
Like in a chair beside you?
Yes.
Like another person?
Yes.
Okay.
And I stroke and I pat it. And I say, hand-to-hand combat does not really interest me, big man. Me and Le Chat Noir here prefer a little bit more ranged combat.
Did you
What?
say
What
Le
did you say?
Chat Noir?
Le Chat Noir.
Le Chat Noir.
Does Oliver know that that's French? Not Espanol?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right,
Absolutely. And then I say to him, yes, the black cat and I, we prefer to strike from a distance.
Makes sense.
A little boring.
Yeah.
The
I
one of the dwarves from behind the bar, you can hear him. He calls out in common. He goes, "All right, put it away, big man." As Turmeric still has his big long sword above his head.
Okay, I'll put it away. And I'll order another round.
He nods back from what he's doing.
At this point, I will head over to the table because we're obviously calling out to each other and just fucking. I'll head over to the table and I'll lean in, and between everybody, I will say, "All right, heading into Mantol Branson. Well, the city is just in absolute turmoil. It will be easy to get in, and under the cover of all the chaos, well, I need to get to I need to get to one of the central points in order to save my niece and nephew. And yes, I will need some help. And if you guys are headed that way anyways, I would appreciate all the help that you can provide. But I need to know why you guys are headed in there.
Well, we're kind of going for the same purpose. You're going to pick something up and retrieve it and leave the city, and that's what we're doing as well. We're going to pick something up, retrieve it, and leave the city. Hopefully, probably with a whole bunch of things chasing us on the way out, is my guess. But that's the plan so far.
Well put.
You guys seem like very, very capable adventurers, and I could definitely use some help. Watch my back, I watch yours. I can provide a lot of insight to Mantol Branson. So I think we can make an arrangement.
I think so.
I
So
think
you want to be part
I
of the
think-
Syndicate, huh?
Dubs.
Not really.
Oh,
We're just gonna work together.
never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be
Yeah.
a part of the syndicate maybe if we, you gotta pass the test. But
Well,
Fill out
again,
the application form.
like
Yeah.
the Holden Syndicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worshippers of
That's-
the Great Rodney.
Sounds cool.
I mean, if that's something that interests you, we could definitely talk about it after this adventure. We'd have to see, we're all quite skilled warriors, and we don't really know the extent of your skills. So this might be a good opportunity to show us what you bring to the table.
How you
As-
say?
As
take
you're
my-
saying this,
we are
the,
putting.
the tavern keep comes and hands all your various drinks out, and as he overhears Bryn talking about having to show Vargas's combat prowess. He goes, "Oh, not in here, you won't. Thank you very much." As he bangs the mugs down onto the table.
We, how you say, are putting the cart before the horse for now. And as far as entry into your little syndicate, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but
It's not a
For
little
now.
syndicate.
sure, big man, great big syndicate, el gigante, as they say.
I'll give him a thumbs up. Whatever that means.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I think we have enough here to strike a deal to get to Menzo and help you with your situation. And whatever happens after, we can discuss at a later point in time.
Sounds fair.
Do you have somewhere in town you're staying, or
What's the bar we're staying? What's the tavern we're staying at, or here at?
You're currently in the Rune Hammer Inn.
And they have rooms.
They do. 1 gold a night.
Right here in the Rune Hammer Inn.
Pricey.
One
One
gold
gold a
a
night.
night?
Well, you find somewhere else
fancy
to
is this
stay, you're
place?
more than welcome. You hear that bartender call.
That guy's
turn
awfully
around and,
nosy.
I got a nice cart outside if you guys want to sleep in there.
The bug?
Not a bug. It's a cart.
The bug towing the cart?
Well, that's a beetle. I think.
Bug. Tomato, tomato.
Its name is Francis.
all right? You met that bug literally like an hour ago. I don't think
Listen,
you get
I
to
make
name it.
connections. Just like how I make connections with everybody.
Also, like,
Come on,
what if that
guys.
guy comes back and takes that card in the morning? He might come back. I mean, he had a lot of goods in there, right? I didn't look in there. What's in there?
It's a bunch of junk.
Oh,
Really.
nothing of
Slimy.
value?
Plus, I got Wolf guarding the card.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, I guess.
Do we know
Well,
what
it's-
time of day it is around ish?
Vargas would know that it is. What did you say? Underdark North. Say it's like I don't
It's
know.
Underdark, 12 p.m.
Yeah, Underdark. It's Underdark noon. Underdark
It is
afternoon.
Underdark noon.
1 or 2 somewhere in there.
Have we rested at all? Sorry, I didn't check when we first started.
You did rest post Mind Flare, I think. Didn't some of you? Oh no. No,
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
we
if
had.
have.
I think we might have had a short rest, maybe.
Yeah.
So there's people resting on the boat while
Yeah.
I was rowing the boat. I
No,
remember
but then
that.
we got in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy that was supposed to be a
Yeah, the
nice
monk,
guy.
That was after that.
How far is Menzo Branson from here?
It is about 4 days travel.
4 days travel. Okay, well, we might.
Totally could have said
to-
like 20 minutes, and then it would have been canon.
Yeah.
We would have been good.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
3
figured,
blocks that
you know.
way.
It's just down the street.
You go Underdark
Right through this
North,
trap
about
door.
3 blocks. It is about 4 days north as the Underdark crow flies.
Okay.
You guys have crows down here?
Underdark crows, yes, they big beady eyes, wings the size of a man's arms.
The
Can I
size of
insight
check
him?
talons. Yeah, go ahead. Insight check.
Fucking truth.
7.
Yeah. Seems to be truthful.
Okay, that's legit.
I've yet to see one of these Underdark crows.
If we see one, I will point it out to you. But I mean, you'll see one. Won't mistake.
Is there what's there to do in Mantol Derith? Like, is it?
For fun?
Yeah,
Any
like
hot
what's?
spots?
Is there shops? Like what's? We just got
Uh,
here. We haven't really.
There is very basic shops and amenities. A simple apothecary. Probably nothing. No magical healing potions, but maybe some alchemical ones. Blacksmith. All the, the basics. General goods store, tavern.
Gambling spots?
There is
Card games and the
yeah, no,
inns and stuff?
there is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the game they're playing. Is why I'm hesitating. They played it at the party. Dice. I don't remember. They're playing some kind of a dice game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
as you ask around, it doesn't seem like there's any like gambling establishment. But there are people playing dice and knife and card games.
You have any money to bet to me?
Yeah. You want to go gamble?
I could gamble a little bit.
Well,
I mean, we're probably
But-
not going to be heading out today, I wouldn't think. Probably spend
I
the
don't
day
think so,
here
but-
and
I also just remembered I have a scroll to transcribe.
yeah, I'm not feeling 100%, so I definitely need to take it easy today.
Yeah.
And also, I'm broke. I realized I spent all my money on Valera. Trying to save her wherever she is. I'm sure free as a bird.
She's probably just
yeah,
fine.
flying away as the Underdark crow flies.
Yeah,
I hope she didn't get scooped up
She's
by
free.
those acid things.
Or did Nepo and Bluepo take her?
Why would they
Or
take
get
her?
sold.
I don't know. To
They
eat her
sold
or
to
something?
slavery.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
Hmm.
Well, she should have followed us. That's her fault.
It's true.
I don't know. Yeesh. All right. Well, I guess I'll pay for a room. I'm gonna go transcribe the scroll I was working on,
Okay. Gold
and
for the
I'll
room.
pay for my room.
Remember that scroll is it takes you a long time to translate.
Yes, I have 16 hours left.
Okay, yes, it was written in this very strange language, which seemed to be almost
Yes.
stanzas of dots, which you also saw that writing in the Temple of Lolth.
Hmm. Write that down.
What is everybody else doing?
Speaking of rooms, is everyone... How's the idea of sharing quarters? I would feel safer
You can sleep with
sharing
me.
quarters.
And I
Aaron, yeah.
telepathically to everyone except our new potentially friend Vargas telepathically say, should we share quarters with the new one, or do we want to keep an eye on him? Do we want him away from us? Like, what do we want to do?
Can I reply? I'll reply that he already has a room, so I'm just gonna stay in his room and keep an eye on him. It's free.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure that'll go over very well. But make sure you don't tell him about it. Just find out which one his room is, and just come in the middle of the night when you're ready to go to bed. I hear that that's how the Drow prefer to invite people into their bedrooms.
Noted. And I'll give him a
All right.
wink. I'll think to
Yes,
myself,
big
man, that Loop guy knows so much.
What was there in Yanni doing? Sorry.
I was just asking.
She's gonna share my
about
room.
quarters,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
figuring out sleeping stuff.
I will find a place to gamble my monies away.
Sure. There's a number of games just here in the tavern. If you want to try and join a table.
Yes.
Yes, it seems that some of you may need rest.
We have been traveling a long time. We could.
Well,
Retire.
we can strike out in the morning. In the meantime, big man, looks like you have some copper pieces burning a hole in your little pouch. You want to play
I'll
some
take,
cards? You want to play some?
Bar
Nice.
gas in my arms. And
Ah,
that'll lead me
yes.
to some
man.
gambling.
Sure. You two are gonna go join one of these tables of gamblers.
Yeah. And I'll
Okay.
order
Yeah.
some drinks for the two of us.
Sure.
Little man, you too?
I'm gonna wander around and see what little bits of information I can pick up on, if anything. And I'm just gonna grab my drink and just kind of walk off into the bar, and just kind of like casually wander around and see if I can overhear anything interesting that other people are talking about.
Okay. Turmeric and Vargas. You can see a few different tables of gamblers. There's a table of two drow playing whatever that dice game that Turmeric you sort of recognize is. You can see a table of dwarves playing some kind of card game. What are you looking
Dice
for?
game was the one he played with as that bard, hey?
Yes,
I think he
out
was
of
familiar.
character. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Holden played that.
Brain
think-
played that one, no?
I think I played that one. Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's a common game. Yeah? No.
It's a very
Wow.
common game. What? I
Sure.
can't. I don't know if we're in character or not in character right now.
Big man.
Yeah.
You ever?
just-
What's
just
the
throwing
card
me
game?
off.
What's the dice game called? Anybody remember what
asking
that
me?
dice game?
No.
Dragon
try-
dice.
Big man, have you ever played Dragon Dice?
Dragon dice. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Simple.
Show me the ropes.
I will as soon as our DM finds the rules, and I will explain it to you.
I don't know if I can pull it up fast enough. We will just roll it. We'll let the dice decide. We won't actually play this game. I can't find the rules to it fast enough.
Should
That's
I
fine.
put
Let's
an
just roll some
amount
dice.
down?
Because I want to have a conversation
Baldur's
with the big man.
Bones. It's called Baldur's
That's-
Bones. Roll 3 dice, hit 1 dice at a time, try not to go over 21.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
I think 6-sided,
How
right?
much do I bet?
6-sided dice?
Yeah.
I have extra ones if you need.
But
you need.
we'll just roll a I think we'll just roll like a d20 or something to it's going to be a pain to do over the internet.
Sure. As we're playing, I casually start some conversation with turmeric.
Sure.
So
Is it double or
big man,
nothing?
You
There's a little
Do I
bit of
double up?
awkwardness initially. So like joining the game, these two drow start speaking in under common, and then they switch to common when they sort of realize. But they, kind of they look at Turmeric, you and Vargas, and they kind of look at the table you guys came from, and they seem a little wary, but they do agree to let you join their game.
What are
So if I-
the stakes, boys?
One of them they look at each other, looks at you and says, well, what do you say to 10 gold pieces?
Big man?
How about 5? I like to start slow.
It's not really
Well, the other
Yeah,
the other drow
negotiation.
kind of, with a little smirk on his face, goes, I bet you like to do everything slow. And then nudges his friend. And they sort of snicker between them.
I'll nudge Vargas and snicker back and angrily look back at them.
These two drow. 5 gold is fine. They put their money in.
So I roll?
Is everyone playing honestly? Is everyone gonna just play the game to the best of their ability?
Yes.
Yeah, then just roll it.
What am I trying to get?
Just roll a d20, the highest number. Oh yeah, I have
10.
trouble. 18.
17.
Oh,
17.
he narrowly, one of the drow narrowly beats you out.
Ah,
As
shit.
everyone at the table goes, oh, by 1. Can't believe it was so close, as he scoops his coins up.
As this is happening, I casually say to Turmeric, so, big man, you're the leader of this Holden Syndicate.
Yeah, bub, and I'll slap him in the butt. You got a room here?
Yes, indeed.
Let's go where we can talk privately.
Oh.
Let's go speak where we can
Oh.
speak privately.
As Vargas says, oh, the two drow are like, oh.
Oh. I'll glance over to the bartender and order up 4 shots for the table,
Okay.
and be very interested.
Okay. Golden.
And then play. As those are being served, we'll play one more hand.
Okay. What do you say we double it up? One of the drow says. Double the stakes.
Big man,
10
a
gold.
little bit little bit of excitement for the night.
Yeah. How about you throw down the gold and let's play this?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh.
goodness.
Oh, that's
19.
good.
Can you beat a 19?
I cannot.
10.
The same
They're
one
all
who won
this-
before, actually. It was, must be my lucky night. Scoops all the coins up.
Can I insight that guy and see if he's cheating?
Yeah, you can try.
No.
Seems to be playing a fair game. You two are
well,
heading off to
I'll
Vargas's room.
Well, I'll raise the shots to our opponents, and I will say, well played, my friends. Here's to a good night.
And as they take the drink also, and in Undercommon, good night.
I'll try to copy what they just said.
Turmeric says, food fight.
Not now, big man. Shall we?
Let's.
Loop. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're listening around, seeing what you can overhear.
19.
19. For the most part, you don't overhear anything. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in your group. You do overhear a few tables in the languages you can understand. Just kind of more a like, I wonder what they're doing here. Some of the clientele you gather is either some kind of farmer or sort of basic laborer, but they just seem to be worried about like, oh, I hope it doesn't bring trouble on us or anything. But nobody seems to be particularly interested. Nobody seems to be have any like ill intent that you can overhear, anyways.
Okay.
Bryn is scribing away. Arignani, what are you doing?
I think I'll he's just sitting at the bar, just drinking a drink, just people watching, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe handling like oh my gosh, what is her name? Myrtle?
Myrtle, the snake.
Snake. Forgot about that.
Yeah, forgot about her.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll just be hanging out with Myrtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anything for the evening? Otherwise, you can rest and reset all your spells and things. Arignani, as you're just sitting at the bar, kind of sort of lose track of time, interacting with your snake, you hear something thunk under the bar table, something heavy, kunk, kunk. As you look beside you, there is a pretty large, about yay big, some kind of red gemstone or crystal. It's very kind of long and almost like prism shaped. And as you kind of look at the person who sat it there, you can see Valera is beside you. Seems to have kind of snuck her way in here at some point. And she kind of looks to the gem and looks to you and nods.
Not back. Like, what have you been up to?
She shrugs noncommittally.
Well, I am happy to see your face. We were worried about you.
She kind of nods. She takes the gem and puts it in your hand and kind of closes your hand over the gem and gives you one of these and then turns to make her way out of the tavern.
I'll just thank you.
You see
You
a
don't
hand
have
go
to. Okay. I hope to see you again soon.
She walks out through the doors. And you wake up the next
Fancy.
day. Write down you have a gemstone worth approximately 350 gold pieces.
Holy
wow.
macaroni.
This is your best
Big
guess,
money.
anyways.
Tell me-
Your best eyeball.
How many hours of my scroll I've taken off? I'm at 16.
You can get the full. You can get like a full 8 hours if you want. I mean, you can probably get 10 or 12 if you really want to spend the time doing it.
I'll go with 8 for now.
Okay. As you have deciphered part of that scroll, roll me an Arcana check.
E. So 7, but it was a natural 1.
Okay. The language is still a mystery to you.
Okay. Sucks.
You wake up. Some of your purse is a little lighter from the night of gambling.
Yeah, I'm broke now.
Vargas and Turmeric, was there anything you guys wanted to do before bed?
No. Once we get to Vargas's room, I'm just gonna fall asleep on his bed, take up the whole thing.
Okay.
That's okay, big man. I only need 4 hours of sleep.
Of course.
They smell like really bad strawberries.
Yeah. Underdark morning.
Underdark morning. As the Underdark cock crows. Oh, Underdark. It's 8 a.m. already?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I
check on the
feel-
cart. And
Sure.
Wolf.
Sure. Wolf is sleeping just outside the inn as you walk out. He lifts his head and looks up to you, kind of excited in his sort of dog-like way. The cart and animal appear to be gone.
That lasted
Big
longer than I
turmeric.
thought.
I hope you don't mind, but I bartered your big giant beetle and your cart of molasses for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses.
You got rid of Francis?
Did you really do this? You didn't do this. You're lying to Turmeric, right?
No, can I have done that?
No. The cart is
unless
gone.
Unless you have plans for the cart.
The cart is the guy came back and got his cart and his thing.
Okay, in that case, then I took the liberty of getting us 5 horses.
They have horses in
They're
the
not
Underdark?
horses. You would know they're not horses, but you can get 5 mounts if you want riding mounts.
What are they down here?
These are
They
they're
don't have horses down here?
no horses.
I don't know.
Horses
This
need light
underworld-
to see.
Horses.
Horses need light to see.
Underdark.
Underdark horses.
Underdark horses.
They ride only to Underdark North.
They resemble those of you from the jungles of Chult have seen panthers, and they resemble panthers, but they are a little bit different kind of proportions, where their legs are a little bit shorter and stockier, and you get the sense these are, or probably once were, jungle cats, panthers, but bred for riding purposes.
How big are they compared to Wolf now?
They're bigger than Wolf. You could ride one of these. You can't ride Wolf. They're probably like twice the size Wolf is. Maybe even bigger.
Is Wolf still growing?
It's hard to
I'll
tell
pet
because you're
Wolf
always
and
with
be
him,
like-
but yeah, you would assume so.
Someday, Wolf. Someday.
Big Turmeric, I have taken the liberty of getting us some mounts to travel. It is 4 days due north, and I mean, riding is way better than walking.
Man, you must be loaded with money.
I've done all right for myself.
How do you earn your money?
Jobs here and there. The rebellion that's happening in Mensobranson. I'm not necessarily no. I'm not necessarily associated with them, but I've done favors for them.
What kind of favors?
Scouting missions, rangings, intel gathering.
So you're for hire.
Intel you gather.
I've sold gallons of milk at certain points. I've
All right,
done
it's too much information.
farming. Okay, you've
Just
asked.
Stop. We've heard enough.
He can only take so much, if you haven't noticed.
Are you
Right.
guys set? Or would you like to?
So we headed out, gang.
Yeah, I think we're ready. I'm ready. Are these things hard to ride?
You would assume
much
so.
like any, much like any sort of
Great.
wild cat.
It's like a cat-like figure.
As
How are
Vargas
you-
leads you to where
How
the
are you on
mounts
a horse? How are you on a horse?
I'm good on a horse.
It's completely different from a horse.
Okay. So that question was irrelevant.
It's like a big wild cat.
As he leads you over to the stables,
Okay.
you can see there are 5 of these massive, all sleek black, very bright yellow eyes. These dire panthers.
Can
we should
I
be
like
interested.
walk up to one of them and try to like get it to crouch down so I can climb on its back?
Sure, roll
Can I test to see how open to commands these things are?
roll a animal handling check.
24.
24. As you walk up and give this mount that is much taller than you, like almost a little bit shorter than a horse. As you give it the command, you can almost feel more than hear this big bass thump as it starts purring, this very loud, as it kneels down and lets you climb up on it.
And I'll climb on and I'll like not so much sit up as I ride it, but like crouch down and like wrap my arms around it and wrap my legs around it so that I can kind of hold on as best as I can.
Sure.
And then as it kind of picks itself back up, I'll look over at everyone else and be like, this is kind of like a full body massager. As it's purring underneath me.
See, little Pico Nino has the hang of it.
As
Does it,
he's doing that, can I ritually cast Speak with Beast?
It takes 10 minutes, but yeah, you can if you want.
I'm gonna
They-
approach. Sorry, go ahead, Bryn.
I just have a question. Do they have like anything on them? Like a horse has like the
They have
saddle
harnesses, harness and
Okay.
reins.
and... Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Arignani.
I'm gonna approach excitedly to. I'm just gonna choose one of these. What are they called again?
Dire Panther.
Mounts?
Yeah, you think they seem to be dire panthers. They're big panthers.
I'm gonna excitedly walk up to one and just like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, and like just start like petting it if it will like let me
Roll an animal handling check.
pet it. Oh, don't know.
You're gonna get
An 8?
An 8. As you bring your hand close to it, it backs up and you can hear it growl. Just really low in its throat.
I'll tone back my excited voice that there's an animal in front of me and just try to gain its trust.
Okay. You can roll again if you want.
Okay. What do they eat? I don't have any snacks.
Oh no.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. For whatever reason, this cat doesn't seem to like you as you get back close and
Can
it
I pick
hisses
a new
at you
one?
and swipes at you as you have to back up.
Can I pick a new one?
Yeah, if you want.
I'm gonna go to a new one.
Okay. Everyone is able to, with some amount of difficulty, get on their mounts after a small amount of coaxing and trying.
Well,
What's the go
you
word?
guys-
Yeehaw?
Vamos! That way!
Vamos.
Whoosh!
And much like a
Under
horse, you seem to kind of guide it
take
with the
off.
reins and your feet and your body weight. It's pretty intuitive, having ridden horses before.
Can I talk to mine?
Oh yeah, speak with beasts is cast, isn't it? Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
What do you
so
wanna say?
I wanna be like, so friend, how are you doing?
So, well, I'm doing just fine, thank you. And yourself, laddie?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good, good.
So is there
Off for a bit of
any
riding in the
particular-
Underdark, are you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Is there any particular way you like me on you back here? Or
Oh, no, just like
You got
that's
an-
fine. Just, mind your knees there and... well,
you got a name?
Well, not really as such. What, you call
What
me
would you
whatever you
like me
like.
to
I
call
suppose. How about, chair? Yeah, well, oh, chair. Just a
I
chair's a
like
bad name.
that.
How about, boot? Perhaps?
How about Stanford? You look like a good Stanford. I'll name you Stanford. Or
Kinda
chair.
Shakes his. I feel like a chair.
All right, chair. You take me where we need to go.
Great. As he takes off. As you leave Mantol Derith, proceeding through these twisting and maze-like, these labyrinthian passages, looking behind you as you make your way up through a cave back into a more kind of open, cavernous area, much more reminiscent of the Dark Lake. As you look behind, you can see Mantol Derith appears to have been built in a massive, which are the ones that hang, stalactite, or this massive column of stone that comes down to a point. And as you look behind, you can see the little twinkling lights of Mantol Derith, where it seems to almost swirl up in this cone of stone. As you proceed, it becomes pretty obvious why horses wouldn't work down here. These riding mounts able to jump and traverse vertical terrain relatively easy. There's a few parts where you have to kind of hang on as your cat is literally climbing up walls of fungus, the big claws digging in. And the passages, finally, after a day of travel, the full first part of the day. I'm sorry, the full day, actually. The passages give way to an open cavern. You can just hear the sound of river or water somewhere in the distance. This massive cavernous space, again, could be miles and miles wide. You can't really tell, not being able to see the sides. But it very much gives you a sense of almost being in the countryside in a way, but the Underdark version of it, where no longer is it
Dark countryside.
the Underdark countryside. No longer is it these connected, these interconnected lakes and rivers. but seems to be mostly hard ground, bits of fungus, things here and there. Travel for the entire first day here. Unless... Sorry, I lost myself in my notes. Travel for entire first day. Oh, here we are. Yes, first day of travel passes without incident. Underdark night draws near as you're, as you start to get tired and fatigued.
Vargas, do you have a suggestion as to where we can camp for the evening? We haven't really been out on our own without a guide here yet, so where's a good place where we can avoid the dangers?
It's better to definitely stay off the main trail. We can just go off trail a little bit and set up camp. It's far enough where a fire would not be noticed from the trail, so quite a little bit. I mean, we need some warmth right now. We could find some sort of cave or incropping in the rocks.
Can I look around to see if there's any caves?
Yeah, easy enough. There are thousands of caves and outcroppings and little holes where water has worn away a channel.
Mm-hmm.
It would be the terrain is extremely rough and broken up. Tons of caves and things everywhere.
Just anywhere where it would provide a shelter and block any firelight from the main road.
Is there like weather down here?
Man,
Any kind of weather?
Or
is it just like-
there sometimes? Yeah, it rains like the above ground.
That's weird.
That is weird.
I say we move to that cave over yonder.
Yeah, that looks
What
like
do
a
you
nice
guys
cave.
think?
Yes, up by the Underdark crow's nest up there would provide a good vantage on the road, and also
thinking-
probably provide us with the good coverage that we need.
I was thinking down by the underground fox nest over there, so we stay hidden from everything else above. But what
The,
you said is
higher
fine.
vantage
Let's go with
point.
what you're going.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You guys
agree.
are finding one of the nearby caves to make camp.
Yep.
Okay. Easy enough to find a cave. It doesn't go on very far, 20 or 30 feet. And seems to be empty, save for a few little bits of lichen and a few little mushrooms. Seems safe.
So I'm going to walk
set up-
to the front of the cave, the cave mouth, as it were. And I'm going to start casting hallucinatory terrain.
Okay.
Will take me 10 minutes to cast.
What's that do?
I'm going to make it look like the front of the cave is actually just a sheer cliff face. Like the mountain is just
Cool.
continuing on.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough to do.
Fancy spell.
Wow.
Any creature discerns the illusion of what it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, easy enough. It's a 4th level spell.
That's neat.
That's clever, little man.
Never seen you do that before.
Can you see through it?
No,
Okay, so from
Not
inside
see
the
through.
cave, you will not be able to see out.
correct.
Okay. Anything else as this illusory wall comes into.
I'm gonna start a fire.
Sure.
Yes, I will help Turmeric start a fire as well.
Sure. Easy enough. You're able to find bits of fungus and relatively dry pieces of these broken and fallen mushrooms and things.
Well, with
I'll,
that spell, do you think we
spend-
need a watch?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, the chances of something leaning up against this piece of the mountain and finding out that it's an illusion is, I mean, I would like to think that it's a pretty pretty slim chance, but
Perfect. I'm gonna go find a place to lie down then.
Sure.
but I mean, if you
It's
do
all the
want to
same
keep
to
watch,
you?
you can stick your head through the illusion and take a look outside and dip back in every once in a while.
That might give away our position. I'm good.
If it's all the same to you, I will keep first watch. I only need 4 hours of sleep.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
I'm gonna go over and take the saddles off the dire panthers and like give them a brush down as best as I can with the fact that I don't actually have a brush.
Sure. Yeah. They seem pretty receptive to it. They seem to kind of like being scratched and get their harnesses taken off and stuff.
I'm gonna
I'll
try to
help, Luke.
squeeze in another 4 hours of my scroll.
Okay. Vargas, you take the first
Possible.
watch.
Yes.
Turmeric, sorry, what did you want to do?
I'm just gonna help Loop and be like, scratch Chair's butt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Give him a good itch.
Try
Aaron
to,
Yanni, why don't you come and help too? I think these might take them more liking to you if you do something that, that
And
benefits them.
as soon as
they
Aaron Yanni
enjoy.
gets up, one of them goes.
And I'll try to like rein it in as it's starting to get a little tense. I'll like try to calm it down.
Yeah, seems to begrudgingly kind of calm down.
And Yanni is so upset. She's so sad. Just gonna sit in a corner with Myrtle.
Vargas,
Are
go ahead and
these
give
cats
me
like inside in the cave with everybody?
Yeah, I sort of think they're. I mean, they can be.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
And then I'm keeping watch outside of the of the wall.
I would think inside. Just
Yeah.
watching the mouth of it to make sure no one comes in.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's a 1.
A 1.
Good
Because
watch.
I'm literally watching a wall.
Wall.
You're watching.
Staring at a
Sorry,
wall.
you're watching inside the wall. You're inside the
Yeah,
illusion.
I mean, if that, yeah.
Okay.
He must have just forgot that I told him he can look through it. Like stick your head out and look through. Spent the entire 2 hours just
staring at the wall.
so all.
I
Fell
only
asleep.
need 4 hours, but I do like 10.
As you wake up at the end of your watch. How many watches were said? Who's waking you up? Was there another
Nobody
watch?
volunteered for the
No,
nobody
he's the
volunteered
first
for the
watch.
rest of the
There's just the one
Yeah.
watch. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch the
Yep.
next one.
Okay. This time I will allow it. Retroactive watch. Go ahead and roll. As you wake up, Vargas, who seems to have nodded off. Let me just check. The spell doesn't block. It doesn't block sound or smell or anything, right?
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So even the smoke from the fire could probably be seeping out through the top.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. As you go to wake up, Vargas, Turmeric, you can hear something on the other side of the illusion. You're not sure. Something dragging, it sounds like, or maybe slithering. Something moving along the ground.
I do before
stick
I
my
wake
head
up.
up.
Well,
Turmeric?
Turmeric hears it. Turmeric hears it as he comes to wake you up.
Oh, I see.
I'll peek my head out
It's pitch
to
black.
see if I can see.
You do have dark vision as a half orc.
Yeah.
You can see. Looks like a humanoid shape It seems to have moved past the cave and seems to be heading away from you. But it looks as though it is dragging some kind of an injury, dragging a leg or limping behind it. But it seems to be, from the very basic detail you can get, seems to be moving away. It's about human size. You can't really be sure in the dark.
I'll kick Vargas, put my foot in his face, like tap him with it while my head's still out.
Oh. Yes. What? Huh?
And then I'll whisper to him, like, there's someone walking around out there. Should we check it out?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Check
You
it
going
out.
out?
Yes.
Okay. No lights about you, right?
No, just my dark
I'll follow.
vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also my dark vision.
Outside, you can roll me a perception check if you want, Turmeric, or you can do this with advantage because Fargus is helping you.
Yes. What is it? Perception?
Yep.
$19.
19. As you look after this shape, trying to see what it is, you can see beside it there seems to be another one. Also seems to have passed, walking away. And with the 19, as you look around, you can see there are hundreds of these, whatever they are, slowly seeming to just walk in one direction.
Dios mío, there are 100.
Like, so what are these? Do you know what they are?
And as you ask that, one of them kind of shambles close, and you can pick up this very kind of almost sickly sweet smell, and you can see what look like little mushrooms
Strawberries.
attached to this bigger creature. You can see these, and you've seen them before. These mycosynths, these mushroom creatures, seem to be moving with a purpose and a
Did they
intent.
notice us?
As this one shambles past you, dragging its heavy leg behind it. It doesn't seem to.
Can I look into the distance to where they're walking towards? Do I see anything?
Not in the
Notice
pitch black.
anything like a light?
No.
They're just
Is this
walking,
regular-
walking by.
They seem to be. As you're watching it happen, one of them kind of walks right into you, Vargas. And
Do
as
they do anything?
as it kind of stumbles back, having seen these creatures before, you especially have seen them more than the others, you realize this is not a usual myconid. This is not a usual one of these creatures. As this thing staggers back, you can see what looks very much like a humanoid skull or face on it, with teeth just visible. Would you like to do anything?
do-
Are you holding your breath?
Does it react to bumping into me?
It is. They seem to be very slow. It is kind of in the process of, like, sort of bumped into you and is very slowly and almost with a gurgling sort of.
Do I know if do they make noise? Like, do they make noise?
Typically, no.
Like, do I know?
Gurgling.
Typically, they communicate telepathically.
Oh, I see. In that slow instance that it is reacting, can I grab it and snap its neck?
You can try. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack.
What is that? A melee attack?
Yep. Unarmed.
That's plus strength, right?
Yes. Yes.
9.
9 to hit is actually a hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. D4.
No, just unless you're a monk, just a.
Oh, yeah, right.
1 plus your modifier.
At least 1, right?
Yep.
1.
1. As you grab this thing and go to quickly try to snap its neck and take it down, as you grab what you would think of as its head and go to twist it, it does twist, but almost too freely as it just seems to almost spin in your hands. This creature gives a now very pointed gurgle as a big hand comes swinging around as it goes to try and smash you off of it. And as it does, you can hear what sounds like a cry going up. This very high-pitched, almost animalistic cry from this creature that seems to be picked up by the creatures to your left and to your right, and the ones in front and behind. And as this cry turns into a roar, you realize that you are completely surrounded by whatever these are.
Are there literally hundreds around us, or is there...
There are at
There's
least
just a lot.
100. At least 100, you would guess.
Do they notice me?
As one of them...
I'm not the one that touched it.
Well, now that this is all happening, one of the slow and otherwise ambling creatures seems to turn to you with a sudden intent, turmeric. And it is there that we will pick up next week. In the
Why would you?
belly of the underdog.
You two are so dead.
Ghost.
Right,
And the one guy that's from the
Oliver
Underdark.
got a new character and then immediately died next session.
I'm just gonna do the wrap up here real quick. Mute everybody except myself. Thanks so much for listening or watching. We'll be back. Probably next week. We're a little hit or miss these times because we are back in lockdown here in Alberta, but should be back next week. Come and join us for that. If you're listening to the podcast form, you can always catch this live over on twitch.tv/TalkingRecklessPodcast. If vice versa, you catch the video version, remember it does exist as a podcast. You can find Spotify or Google Play or iTunes, wherever fine podcasts are vended near you. Thank you very much to Oliver and Amber,
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Paula and Jay,
Thank you.
and Kevin.
Thank you.
And thanks very much to you at home for watching or listening. Remember to check out the Patreon as well, patreon.com/TalkingRecklessPodcast. You can find longer versions of all the shows and things and help support the show as well. And we'll see you here next week on the next episode of Rolling Reckless. We'll see you then. I'm going to turn the stream off.
Vargas looks like you guys.
There's Vargas, you guys. Oh, he has blue fur coat.
Ah, yes.
Cool.
Mm.